Some movie critics make me want to ask, how many assholes do we have writing reviews?
Yo! I knew it, I'm surrounded by assholes.
Well, it's our job to put them in their place while making you laugh. Like Dave Kerr, who said, changing tastes have left Mel Brooks' new comedy Spaceballs looking like a vaguely embarrassing souvenir of the 70s. So Spaceballs came out in 1987, but it looks like a souvenir from the early 70s? Even though it's spoofing Star Wars, which came out in 1977, which is technically the late 70s. Then that would mean that Spaceballs is actually ahead of its time. And I never would have figured any of that out without Common Core math. What's up, guys? I'm Tech, and welcome to Critique the Critics, where we'll be making fun of the critics of Spaceballs. Spaceballs is Mel Brooks' classic spoof of Star Wars and the sci-fi genre, making little jabs at films like Alien and Star Trek as well. It is well loved by comedy fans and is recognized as one of, if not the best parody of Star Wars ever. But what did critics have to say about it when it actually came out? Hal Hinson from the Washington Post. All in all, the movie is about as funny as having coffee spilled in your lap, except there's no burn. Just that slightly embarrassing, uncomfortable, all wet feeling. When you spill a cup of Mel Brooks Spaceballs Schwartz Blend coffee in your lap, you won't get the painful burning sensation of other coffees. Our carefully brewed artisan beans will gently fall onto your legs and thighs, giving you a slightly embarrassing, uncomfortable, all wet feeling. That's the Mel Brooks promise. Warning. Temperatures may vary depending on how it's brewed and when the coffee is actually spilled. So our question for you this week, speaking of spilled coffee, do you have an embarrassing moment that happened when you were eating? Let us know in the comments, we'd love to hear your stories. Up next we have Roger Ebert. I keep wishing Brooks would satirize something current and tricky, like the John Hughes teenage films, instead of picking old targets.
It is now 7:06. You have exactly 8 hours and 54 minutes to ponder the error of your ways. Any questions?
Yeah. Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
A brain, a beauty, a jock, a rebel, and a recluse.
Can't believe this is really happening to me.
Before this day is over, they'll break the rules.
Chicks cannot hold their smoke. That's what it is.
Bare their souls.
I'm a nymphomaniac.
Are your parents aware of this?
Take some chances.
Being bad feels pretty good, huh?
And touch each other in a way they never dreamed possible.
Why'd you do that?
'Cause I knew you wouldn't.
The Breakfast Club. They only met once,
I don't want to be alone anymore.
You don't have to be.
but it changed their lives forever.
I mean, I consider you guys my friends. I'm not wrong, am I?
Universal Pictures presents Emilio Estevez, Paul Gleason, Anthony Michael Hall, Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, and Ali Sheedy in a John Hughes film.
Why are you being so nice to me? Because you're letting me.
The Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club, really? Can't you spoof weird science? Our good review of Spaceballs comes from Hello Greedo, and it's a modern look at how we see the movie now.
Spaceballs is a solid parody. Is it dated? Yeah. Does the humor still connect? I don't know. It really depends on each individual viewer. Is it worth a watch if you've never seen it before? Yes, absolutely. Mel Brooks is like the Judd Apatow of an earlier generation.
It's interesting how comedy changes over the years, but some jokes are timeless. And this movie, although much of the jokes can seem dated or maybe just fall flat, some of the jokes and performances will always be funny, especially for a Mel Brooks fan or a Star Wars fan. So Hello Greedo, you're getting this week's Golden 8, and golden toilet paper, and golden breakfast cereal, and golden t-shirt, and golden flamethrower! Now, Spaceballs mainly spoofs the first Star Wars movie, so click here to see us making fun of the critics of A New Hope. And thanks for sharing this with your friends so they can see all the fun they're missing with our stupid nonsense that we do. And you should slap the hell out of that subscribe button to keep seeing more videos from us every single week. And until we see you guys next time, geek out and game on. If you just continue talking when you mess up, you could just make up an alien language. And you will, that's where Klingon came from. It's true. True story. Interesting fact about Star Wars. I'm lying. Man. Spoof Pretty in Pink, starring Pink. I just got really excited.